Hello there, I'm Charlie, aka Ronan Logan X, and this is Ronan Logan X Reviews. In this video, I'm taking a look at the first wave of Dungeons & Dragons cartoon classics from Hasbro, which features Diana, Hank, and a 2-pack containing Bobby and Uni. Now, I just want to say that I really love D&D. I've played a great many hours of it, and it's helped me come out of my shell more and make some friends, and it's just a fun collaborative game that allows you to create a story with a group of like-minded individuals. And I also just love the worlds that exist within the Dungeons and Dragons lore. But I wouldn't have been aware of any of it if not for the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from the 80s. So when I saw them announce these action figures, I was really looking forward to them. So with that said, let's check them out. Starting with accessories, each character comes with a decent amount of extras. Hank coming with a neutral bow as well as an action pose bow. Diana coming with her staff as well as an alternate staff with action effects baked into it. And Bobby coming with Uni and his club. On top of all that, each figure comes with an exclusive die, with Diana getting a D20, Hank getting a D8, and Bobby getting a D12. As someone who really enjoys the cartoon and plays the game, I really love this touch, as it ties the two together in a nice, neat little way. Plus, it never hurts to have more dice. Moving on to the articulation, before I even get into anything else, I feel I need to say this. It is vital that you hit these figures with some heat, whether it's giving them a hot water bath or heating them up with a hairdryer. If you do not do this, you run the risk of breaking something, as not only are their limbs thin, but they are super, super stiff right out of the package. And even after heating them up, I still encountered some stiffness in certain joints. So I certainly think it's a must as a precautionary step against breaking anything on these figures. With that said, they do come with a decent amount of articulation. They're not quite as well articulated as Marvel Legends or even the more recent efforts within the Star Wars The Black Series line, but there's still a great deal of articulation that exists within these figures. That said, I would have liked for them to have adopted a different joint style for the elbows, as the particular style they do use leaves them with a more limited range of movement in their arms. But that may just be a very nitpicky thing on my part. Now, I just want to make mention of one final thing before moving on to my final thoughts. And that's that, for the most part, these look amazing. In my opinion, they are a spot-on recreation of the cartoon characters in action figure form. That said, I do have a bit of an issue with some of the quality control regarding the paints. Fortunately, I didn't encounter much in the way of issues with these figures. However, there is one glaring problem with Bobby, which is the very sloppy paintwork on the rivets on his helmet. Now, fortunately, I can just chalk that up to wear and tear on the helmet itself, but it's still just a little irksome. And I really hope that they try to up their game in quality control in the future, as I would really love to see more characters from this toy line. But with the new closed box style that they are adopting for the majority of their action figures, it makes me very nervous about getting figures in the future with horrendous paint jobs. But I feel like part of that might just be my anxiety flaring up and pushing me towards going off on a tangent, so I'll just leave that there. With all that said, I would have to give these figures a high recommendation. They just look awesome and true to the characters as we remember them in the cartoon. And despite what issues they have with the articulation, they are still capable of some dynamic poses and look great on the shelf. Plus, it's about time that we start getting modern action figures from Dungeons & Dragons, whether they be from the cartoon, the comics, the novels, the video games, etc., etc., etc. There is such a rich history to Dungeons and Dragons that it feels like it's been an untapped source for so very long. And to finally start seeing toys being made for this property is just so awesome. And I can't help but look forward with anticipation to whatever it is that they announce next. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you have found it helpful and informative in any decisions you might have regarding the purchase of these figures. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, and ring that bell icon if you would like to be notified about any of my future videos. Also, if you might be interested in anything else of mine, you can find me on Instagram at RonanLoganX, where I post toy photography pictures as well as puppy pictures of my pup Ripley. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.